Hello and welcome. Look, I know so many of you are searching for that clear pathway, a real opportunity to build a new life and a career in Canada, a place that's actually going to value the skills and the experience you bring. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on a really powerful option that honestly flies under the radar for most people, but it might just be the perfect one for you.
I know what you're really looking for. It's not just about a job, is it? It's about finding a genuine community, a place where your family can really feel at home, where you can thrive. And you want a career that doesn't just pay the bills, but one that respects your background and gives you real room to grow. So the big question is, does a place that offers all of that actually exist? Well, let's find out together.
All right, let's dive right in. You know, a lot of people have this idea that the Canadian dream can only happen in the big cities, a Toronto or a Vancouver. But we're going to look at a totally different path today. It's called the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot, or the RCIP. And I want you to pay close attention because this really could be the opportunity you've been waiting for.
So what is this program all about? Well, at its heart, it's an employer-driven program. And I want you to remember that phrase, employer-driven, because it's so important. This means you're not just sending your resume out into the void, just hoping someone sees it. No. This means there are real companies in a specific, welcoming community that need your exact skills right now, and they're ready to help you get there.
Okay, so of all the places in a massive country like Canada, why are we focusing on this one city? Let's put the spotlight on Sault Ste. Marie and really break down what makes it such a unique and, honestly, compelling place to start your new chapter.
One of its absolute biggest advantages is just where it is on the map. Sault Ste. Marie isn't just some random city in the middle of nowhere. It is a critical link for trade and business between Canada and the United States. And that strategic position creates this really dynamic environment that's just full of potential for your career.
So what does life there actually feel like? Well, it's this amazing combination. On one hand, you have these forward-thinking industries. We're talking advanced manufacturing, renewable energy, which means stable, long-term careers. But that's combined with a really supportive community that's there to help you and your family settle in. And it's all surrounded by incredible natural beauty. You get that balance, the career ambition, and the quality of life that, let's be honest, so many of us are searching for.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds fantastic, right? Which leads to the most important question. Are you the right fit? So let's go through the eligibility requirements. But I don't want you to see them as obstacles. Think of this as a simple checklist to see if this is your path forward.
As we go through this checklist on the next slide, I want you to listen really closely and just ask yourself one simple question. Does this sound like me? Let's find out if this is your pathway to Canada.
Okay, here it is, your 4-step eligibility checklist. And it's really straightforward. First, the foundation of it all. You need a full-time, permanent job offer from an approved employer there. Second, your experience. You just need 1 year of continuous full-time work within the last 3 years. That's it. Third, the basics, meeting the standard language and education requirements, which you'd expect for any program. And fourth, you just need to show you have the funds to support your family when you first arrive. See, every single one of these steps is totally doable.
All right, so you've looked at the checklist, you're nodding along, thinking, okay, I can do this. So what happens next? Let's lay out your 4-step immigration roadmap. I want you to see this as a clear journey with a beginning and an end, not some confusing bureaucratic maze. This roadmap is probably simpler than you imagine. Step 1, you find a job with one of those designated employers. Step 2, you get that official job offer. Now look at step 3. This right here, this is the game changer. Your employer applies for something called a community recommendation for you. You have a partner, an advocate in this process. And once you have that recommendation, you're ready for the final step, applying for permanent residence. You are supported every step of the way.
So we've covered the what, the why, and the how of this incredible opportunity. And that brings us to the most important question of all. What is your next step?
I get it. A huge goal, like moving your life and your family to a new country, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel like a mountain to climb. But every great journey, every success story, it doesn't begin with 1,000 steps. It begins with just one. Your new life starts with a single, focused action.
So, after everything we've talked about, the only question left is this one. Are you ready to find your job in Sault Ste. Marie? Because that community, that career, and that life you've been dreaming of, it might just be one job search away.
Your next chapter is right there, waiting for you to start writing it.
Thanks for watching. Now that you've seen what's possible, the real question is, are you ready to turn this opportunity into your new reality? 𝗏𝗏 Bridging Academy is your gateway to employment-based immigration in over 50 countries, including Canada, the USA, UK, New Zealand, and more. When you join our exclusive membership, you unlock 500+ verified opportunity links, step-by-step application guides, document blueprints tailored to your target country, official shortage occupation lists, government job banks with 2 million+ listings, and 120,000+ verified visa sponsors. These are the same resources agents charge $5,000 to $15,000 for. But with us, you get everything without risking your life savings or falling for fake promises. Every year, thousands die in the Sahara Desert, drown in the Mediterranean, or get deported from the jungles of Central America. Others lose their passports, savings, and dignity to fake agents. Now, imagine the life you'll build through a legitimate opportunity. Permanent residency, recognition of your training, family unity and emotional stability, booming job market and double income, free education, healthcare, and child support, visa-free travel, and a stable retirement. Your dream is calling, and 𝗏𝗏 Bridging Academy is the bridge that gets you there. Click the link in the description or pinned comment. Join today and let your journey begin. You were never meant to struggle in silence. You were meant to rise. Let's build your legacy together.